everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today is day 2 of tearing into the 20B. We ended up getting stuck last video because we didn't have this special tool that essentially separates the shaft from the housing so we can pull it out. Also, I'm just gonna really quick acknowledge the hair. Yes, this is not a filter on this video. I dyed my hair white, you know, like, why not? Back to the engine. We ended up getting stuck last time because we didn't have this special tool. We were trying to track one down in the SoCal area. We did find one, but it took us about a week to get it. So now that we have this tool, I am back here and we're gonna finish tearing into the 20B. I know if some people might comment that there are other ways that we could have done this. I've read some stuff about like using a pry bar and heating it up as well, but this is a 20B. And this right here is the most expensive part of this and the shaft. And I'm not gonna risk messing that up and making like a $5,000 plus mistake. Yes, I decided to wait and do it right because I don't wanna mess anything up. So, getting that out of the way, we have the tool, DK picked it up today, so we're gonna see how to use this thing. I'm really interested because, like I said, it's a special tool just for 20Bs to get everything out safely. So that's what we're doing today. By the end of this video, we'll have all the parts laid out. We'll be able to inspect everything and see if we are good to go for the rebuild. So yeah, let's get into it. It's like, I don't know, it's like, do we focus on the motor or do we focus on the people? So, and you're taller than me, so. We finally tracked down this really hard to find tool. Who had it? Because we were trying to borrow it from someone, but then someone else was borrowing it, and then it was this whole thing. So
Frisk had it this whole time. It's actually Renee's, my friend Renee Franco. He was trying to get it back, and I randomly just bumped into Frisk, and he had the tool, so here we are.
Long story short, we got it. Can you explain how this works? Because I have no idea.
So how it works is it screws onto the second piece, and then it's gonna jolt the keyway loose.
So it's gonna pull it?
Kinda, yeah. Like it gives it tension on opposite forces, so it just jolts it loose.
It actually ties in, so it goes right here.
Mm-hmm. Screws right in. So here we go.
That's so crazy. So this is only, do you use this for 4 rotors too? Maybe? I don't know.
I don't know. I think so. I'm not sure.
Or a custom one for 4 rotors.
Probably. Yeah, everyone says like fresh JDM motors are the hardest to crack open because everything's like been sitting for so long. So.
Mm-hmm. This tool, they don't even make it anymore, right?
No, they don't.
They don't make it anymore, and when they did make it, it was like over $1,000 for this one tool that you use for a second when you're taking apart a 20B. Okay, so then what do? After you connect this in and then you're like pulling it apart? Or?
Now we jolt this point and it should shoot the thing loose right here. So.
What? I saw it come up a little bit. Come on. That's why this is super hard, right? Is because it's a fresh motor.
Yeah.
Never been taken apart before. So it's normal. That doesn't mean anything's wrong. It just means it's the first time that it's being taken apart. Mm. We did a lot of praying to the rotary gods.
And evil.
And look who showed up!
This celebrity.
Dun, dun, dun.
Miraculously.
Abel has arrived. And yeah, hopefully it comes out this time. What's happening? Oh!
Wait,
maybe?
We heard something.
Maybe? Wait, that, oh, so you can twist it and it pulls it off?
Just to make sure it's off.
Oh.
Then you back off of it. And then you back off of this one, take everything off.
Alright. There it is.
So now it should come out?
Yeah,
Maybe?
once you take this off.
Okay.
Yeah, pick it up.
Just-
Yep. So you're actually really lucky. You see, most of them when they come out, they're already messed up. And they want to do this. You see how nice it's sliding back and forth? So you're good.
So that's good. So that doesn't mean it's seized up or anything.
No, it doesn't. That means it's
So
straight. It means it's
this
very
motor
straight.
so far through all the pieces has been like immaculate.
Yeah.
The housings, everything looks like incredible.
Yeah.
So that's another good sign. If
Yeah,
that's
that's a
hard
very
to
good
sort
sign.
out.
Yeah.
It's a very good sign.
So you actually.
This is the part that cost us days of searching for a tool, but it's out now. All right, next steps. Oh my god, this one looks so good too! Very expensive. I don't want to be responsible for this. Man, this housing looks amazing too.
So yeah, no wear on the edges. That's good.
Seriously. And then what do you, like, basically until we clean the rotors, can you really not tell how good they are? Like, if just looking at it now,
They look good now, but you can't really tell till you.
clean it up and
yeah.
like look at everything? Okay.
So let's pull this out. Luckily I have big hands. I can reach around.
Yay! The 20 minutes apart, finally!
Do you even know what's gonna happen after?
You gotta take a
It's like downhill here now.
I know, right? So how's everything look?
That's pretty good.
Okay, so after we got the 20B taken apart, we actually went out, got some food, celebrated a little bit, but I wanted to come back and show you guys the engine and just how pristine this engine is. It is literally insane how good quality it's in. Definitely got lucky. I'm gonna space everything out so I can give you guys a good look. It is meant to be. I got lucky. I feel like I hit the jackpot with this motor and I'm so excited to start rebuilding it. The next step for this rebuilding process is to get it all washed off, cleaned off, and polished. The first thing that I'm gonna be doing is taking the motor to get this like heat bath. I've never done that with any parts before, so it'll be really cool to see how amazing that works. It's basically going to melt off just all the crap, all the oil, grease, any junk on it is gonna be basically melted off. and then we'll have our nice clean parts, and from there I'm gonna start to send them out to the machine shop. Okay, so speaking of sending parts to the machine shop, there's a lot of machining that's gonna be going into this 20B rebuild. I kinda wanna like tell you guys about it as we're entering that stage of the rebuild, but I can start off by saying one of the very first, this would actually be the second thing we're gonna get to do. I just don't know if I wanna announce the first thing we're doing because I wanted it to be like its own video and its own like explanation of why, but should I just say it now? Should I just tell you guys right now? This is probably gonna be a short video, so, okay, fine, you guys convinced me. I will tell you, I was gonna wait and have it be like this whole announcement, but I'll just tell you now. So, after a very long contemplation and deciding like what we want to do, street port, big street port, small street port, bridge port, okay, so I decided on semi-peripheral porting this 20B. Really, I mean, that was definitely the goal. You know, I thought I would rebuild it now, put it in the car, and eventually, you know, the goal would be to semi-peripheral port this motor. One of our friends came over the other week and we were talking about rebuilding this motor, and his name's Eddie. He's another rotor head, loves rotary engines, and he was over last week and he offered to help semi-P this motor. So I'm gonna be working with Eddie to semi-peripheral port this motor, which I am so excited about because I never imagined that we could semi-P it now. You know, like I said, that was definitely planned for the future, but we're doing it now. So that's huge. For those of you that don't know what a semi-peripheral port is, it's actually crazy because it looks like Mazda made this factory like ready for a semi-peripheral port. And basically what we're gonna be doing is machining this out right here. So we're gonna machine that straight through the housing right there, straight through right there, and straight through right there. And what's awesome about this is, you know, a full peripheral port, you block off the air fuel intakes right here. You block off these and then you just make giant ones that go direct into the housing. But with the semi, we're gonna be keeping the stock ones and then adding this. So like not only are we gonna get air fuel through the stock ports, but we're also gonna be getting a jolt of it directly through here, which is pretty crazy. It's hard to show here, but you know, if you look through here, you know, it kind of has to travel straight and then curve to the left before it's actually inside the housing. And now you're gonna have that going on, but you're also gonna have air fuel mixture going straight inside the housing, like bam, right there. So definitely gonna add a ton of power. And of course, now that these are going to be machined out, we're gonna have a custom intake manifold made. But there's a way that you can actually just weld on to and adapt the stock one to make it usable for a semi-P. I'm really excited about this, and it also will help a lot with the drift setup that I'm trying to achieve. You know, versus going full peripheral port, from what I've heard, you know, that really helps out for the drag cars or maybe more of like a road racing setup because you get much better top end. But for a drift setup, I want more low end. So by keeping the stock ports that are already there and now machining in to have another like direct hit for air fuel to come straight into the housing, it's gonna be better for keeping that low end as well as maximizing top as well. So from what I've heard, I mean, it's a better setup than just going full peripheral port anyway. And I mean, we're gonna see, but this might end up adding like 200 horsepower to this motor. I think on a 13B, it adds like a minimum of 100. So with a 20, I think we're definitely expecting to get just straight 200 extra horsepower by going semi-P. So there it is, that's my announcement for what I'm doing to this motor. I was gonna hold on to it until later, but there you go. Now you know. So the first thing I'm doing in my next video is getting all this stuff cleaned up, and then it's going straight to the machine shop for its semi-peripheral port. And from there, we're gonna be doing oversized studs. There's a whole list of machining that we are doing, and I don't wanna just like bombard through it right now, but now you know the big announcement, which is that I'm doing semi-peripheral port. It's gonna be sick. Shout out and thank you to Eddie for stepping up and volunteering to help us go straight to semi-peripheral port. The 20B is officially a part now, and we are gonna start the serious rebuild work right now.
Never be turning around, never be turning around, ayy. Never be slowing it down, never be slowing it down, ayy. I keep my foot on the gas, I keep my foot on the gas, ayy. I know I'm never gonna crash, I know I'm never gonna crash, ayy. Never be turning around, never be turning around, ayy.